to a restaurant, you walk up to the hostess station, and she says, how many are in your party? And you say, one. She goes, excuse me, one. What's the next question she asks?
Name.
Name, yes, name. Did you know you don't have to give your real name? Did you know that? You can be the fun party, the loud party, the radical party, the big tipping party. You can give them any name you want. My mom named me Jonathan. She hates the name John. So when I go to Starbucks, they often shorten that name. And so they'll say, we have an iced venti Americano for John. I look around and say, somebody's got good taste in coffee. More likely what happens, they'll write the whole big long name around the outside of the cup. And my Starbucks are loud. They're busy. The people are in a hurry, and they mumble. They say, we have an iced venti Americano for John. I go, what? So I use a different name. I use the name Max. Because I have found that when people say Max, they naturally project. They say, we have an iced venti Americano for Max. And that's my coffee, and I go get it. The point is this, folks. The point is this. We limit ourselves by the labels we give ourselves. We limit ourselves by the labels we give ourselves. And it wasn't always that way. Remember back when you were 5 years old? Think back to that time. When you were 5 years old, about 18 years ago, 20 years ago. There was a name that you wanted to be called. Not your name, another name. Remember that name? Remember that name? This evening, I'm going to give you 4.5 challenges. Okay, 4.5 challenges. 4.5 challenges. The first challenge is this. Write down that name that you wanted to call yourself back then. Because we all did it. It's part of our development. Write that name down. It's part of our development because around 5, we wanted to become somebody different than the name our parents gave us. We created a name that represented who we are today and who we want to become. So that's not the only label we give ourselves. Right? So you introduce yourself to someone you haven't met before, you ask them their name. What's the second thing you ask them? What do you do? What do you do? Yeah, it's a different label. Why do we do that? Because we want to put them inside of a box. Oh, you're one of those. Or, oh, you're one of those. Okay? We label people by what they do. As in Anchorage, Alaska recently, lady said, well, what do you do? And she says, I work for the state. See, it wasn't even what she did. She was labeling herself by the organization she worked for. So here's the second challenge. Second challenge is this. The second challenge is next time you meet somebody for the first time, don't ask them what they do. Ask them their favorite movie. Because don't you find out more about somebody if you know what movies they like? Right? So that person, they say, oh, Revenge of the Nerds. The third challenge is next time somebody asks you what you do, give them something to name. Oh, I sleep at night. Right? You do that. That's something you do. The fourth challenge is this. Next time somebody asks you for your name, give them that name from when you were 5 years old. And the half challenge is this. It's half because it's for the men in here. Next time you go to Starbucks, hold your head up high. When they ask your name, and say, your name is Sally. My name is Max, and my favorite movie is The Hangover. Thank you, folks.